First word is your boy Chuplama Sweet Money Correction Singers of Molemo Ding Dong.
Molemo Jub Jub Maarohanye is back in police custody. Just when people thought the controversial TV presenter had turned his life around, he's facing charges of kidnapping, defeating the edge of justice, and discharging a firearm in public. So what exactly happened? This Saturday morning in Edenvale, an e-hailer driver dropped off Jub Jub's girlfriend. According to police, Jub Jub confronted the driver, accusing him of having a romantic relationship with her. He allegedly forced the driver into his car, held him there, and fired a gun on his direction. The driver escaped and went straight to the police. But this incident raises a massive, uncomfortable question for South Africa. Why are our public figures so quick to pull the trigger? And why is our rehabilitation system failing so spectacularly?
We can confirm that we have arrested a 45-year-old male suspect on 3 charges. The first one being that of discharging of a firearm in a municipal area. The second charge being that of kidnapping, and the third being that of defeating the ends of justice. According to a preliminary investigation by the police, there was an altercation between him and an Uber driver, which led to this particular suspect firing a shot in the municipal area. We can confirm that our ballistics experts and our detectives are on the ground where they are investigating this particular incident. The suspect has been arrested and he will appear before the Germiston Magistrate Court on Monday morning, where he will face the 3 charges, and I think further details on this particular case will then be elaborated further in court.
Let's talk about the firearm problem first. South Africa is a deep-rooted, dangerous gun culture, and our leaders are setting a terrifying example. Even Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, when he received his award this year for the Newsmaker of the Year, highlighted to the big problem of having people that are always dealing with firearms. He said that we have a serious problem of guns.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. There's a task team that is part of the project that focuses on firearms. I think our country's got a lot of firearms. Almost every province will have a security command registered. Not all of them have got a job, and so therefore they use these guns for the wrong things.
Take EFF leader Julius Malema, for example. In April 2026, he was sentenced to 5 years of direct imprisonment, which he is appealing, for firing an assault rifle into the air at an EFF rally. And his defense is he said that it was just celebratory and a toy.
Julius Malema is sticking to his guns and insists the weapon he fired was a toy.
But the court made it clear, discharging a weapon in public endangers lives, period. It's not just Malema. Remember Lokuzola Olwapi, the ANC deputy mayor in Tibo. She went viral for firing a gun into the air at a cultural ceremony.
Shortly after the incident, a team was assembled by the office of the Garden Route District Commissioner to lead the investigation.
When the people meant to lead the country treat firearms like a party pooper or a tool for intimidation, it normalizes a deadly level of lawlessness. It's the same thing with this Jub Jub situation. He's a celebrity. He is supposed to set a good example, especially in light of the situation that we have of guns, that people are always found with firearms and guns, and they are discharging them in the public, in front of Pamgwabantu, where they could have injured anybody in that particular situation. But the Jub Jub case highlights an even bigger crisis, the total collapse of the South African rehabilitation system. Jub Jub served time for a tragic 2010 drag racing incident that killed 4 school children. He was paroled in 2017. We were told he was rehabilitated. He even wrote a song called Limutwile Ukupatwarelo, meaning you've heard him, he's asking for forgiveness. He was even a presenter in a show of Moja Love, which is named Forgive and Forget, before he became the presenter of a show called Uyajola 99, which is a very bizarre situation, considering that now he's in prison, incarcerated for umjolo, which is a relationship, and he's always exposing relationships and the things that are doing to their part and the things that people are doing to their partners when they're in relationships in terms of cheating. Now he's accused of kidnapping and shooting at someone over a jealous dispute. Is anyone actually getting rehabilitated in South African prisons? The stats say no. Our rearrest rate, the rate which released prisoners commit crime again, is estimated to be between 55% and 90%. Look at Thabo Bester. He went to prison at the age of 19 for fraud. Did he get rehabilitated? No. He got out, escalated to graves and unalive, and then orchestrated a massive prison escape. Yeah. Of course, that's what happened.
Convicted rapist and murderer Thabo Bester is expected to appear at the High Court in Johannesburg today after he lodged an urgent application challenging the charges against him of escaping from custody. In May of 2022, Bester escaped from the Mangaung Correctional Center in Bloemfontein by faking his own death in a cell fire with the help of celebrity doctor Nandipha Makutumana, as well as several prison officials. Now, earlier this month, the High Court in Pretoria for the second time dismissed Bester's urgent application to be transferred from the Ebongweni Super Maximum Prison in KwaZulu-Natal to Kgosi Mampuru Correctional Center in Pretoria. And this after he was transferred by the Department of Correctional Services in January this year.
Oh, look at the 2023 Presidential Remission Program that released over 16,000 inmates to ease overcrowding. Within months, nearly 100 of them were back behind bars for violent crimes.
Just over 100 of the inmates who were released on a special remission program are in trouble once again. The program, which was designed to deal with overcrowding, saw 16,000 inmates released. According to the Justice Minister, some inmates weren't even free for a week before they were rearrested.
We have a system that warehouses criminals instead of reforming them, releasing them back into society where they repeat the cycle. Whether it's a politicians treating guns like toys or parole celebrities resorting to violence, the writing is on the wall. The system is entirely broken. Another thing that I think is very important for us to highlight is the issue of his bail application. People thought he was going to have his bail application on Monday, which is today, but it seems like his bail application will happen on Wednesday. They're keeping him over this weekend, over these days, including the holidays that are coming from tomorrow, the 16th of June. I think that high chances he might not get the bail. And listen to me, listen to my reasons. So the reasons that I have why I think he might not get bail is because in light of everything that is currently happening in our country, I don't think it's a good idea for anybody to commit crime. I don't think it's a good idea for anyone to get inside Pakati the prison, especially if you are a public figure. In most cases these days, none of the people that have been arrested have actually given bail. And looking at what we heard from Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, as well as Bheki Cele, that we have a serious bail system in South Africa, where people that have been incarcerated, either they got out of parole through parole, or they just got out of prison after they've served sentences or after they've been charged, they go back and commit further crimes.
One major problem for the police is something called bail. Well, I'm always told that is a constitutional right. That thing is a mess. That thing called bail is a mess. You know, you go to Chembisa, you find a guy called BP. BP had 43 cash heists and 5 bails. 43 cash heists and 5 bails.
43 cases or 43 alleged?
43
alleged cases.
No, he takes the money. Maybe it's not alleged if he doesn't take your money. But, well, he's arrested now. But he has been arrested and getting bail, arrested and getting bail, and arrested and getting bail. So, police get frustrated with that. One major frustration was a guy called Ntuli, not this one. Ntuli is accused number 5 in the case of
Meyiwa.
Senzo Meyiwa.
Yeah.
Tuli, as we speak, he's doing 6 life sentences. He was found guilty and sentenced, but got an appeal, or got the right to appeal and given the bail. When he has been found guilty and sentenced to 6 life sentences, still given the bail. And some of the people that he went after are those that gave evidence against him for him to get life.
And the bail system actually affords them that right for them to be released on bail because that's what our laws are saying. But this bail system is very problematic because, as I've said, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi did point out to that, including Bheki Cele, that it's a very, very problematic system. In light of the fact that this guy was incarcerated and got out from the parole system and then committed more other offenses, which are very, very serious. Firing a firearm in public, it's very, very serious. This person put the lives of children at risk by smoking substances and then drove and unalived kids. And now we are repeating the same thing of him thinking that, I'm just fighting for my girlfriend. It's a mistake like he did. He said with the kids that he didn't intend on unaliving those school kids. Even now, what if someone got shot? Would he say that he didn't intend on doing that? We're dealing with a serious, serious offense. And I doubt that Jub Jub is actually going to get away with this. I doubt that actually bail is going to be granted. But what do you guys think? The Department of Correctional Services, do you think that the Department of Correctional Services is failing South Africans? Let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you on my next upload. Bye.